I just wanted to take a moment and wish everybody a happy holidays. But that's not just for me, I'm talking about the whole crew here at Foo Studios. Okay, people, welcome back to another Foosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and 'twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, except for Robo, tucked away in his room, recording the weekly. Yup, it's Christmas Eve, my whole family's tucked away snug as bugs, but I'm feeling toy-talky. Why? Because there's a lot to talk about. That's always a good thing. It's almost as if Todd realized that he didn't do much last week, so now he's making up for it. So, I'm recording this on Thursday. Something may happen on Friday, but it's Christmas. Yeah. Something I missed last week, which is not really out of the ordinary anymore, but Jazwares posted promotional pictures for their AEW Unrivaled Wave 3. First up, a new version of the Young Bucks. Yes, they were in Wave 1, but this is new gear. And in plain toy terms, this is essentially taking your main characters, making them evergreen. Say somebody wants to jump into the line later, or they want a different look for the Young Bucks, this works out both ways. Darby Allin has a standard release along with a 1 in 500 release with just some extra paint on his body. So if you're not into that chase variant, never gonna get it type thing, it's not a huge deal. Same thing for Riho. In fact, the first couple of times I looked at the pictures, I thought, there's no difference. Why is there two of them? But there is a slight paint variation. Unfortunately, her face looks slightly doll-like. I don't know. There's just something that it doesn't click like some of the other figures. Although you can say all the elements of Pac is there, but for some reason, they don't work either. It's the hair or the facial features. It just looks like a different dude cosplaying as Pac. But then there's Orange Cassidy, who has the benefit of sunglasses. And if you cover up any part of the face, it's way easier to nail a likeness. It looks like they solved the pocket in the hand situation by making a rubber overlay from the waist to the knees. And while I worry about the long-term durability of that material, along with how much mobility it actually allows, I like how it makes the pants overall seem like one full piece. The material seems to match the plastic of the lower legs really, really well. The cloth shirt and jacket do an okay job, but I don't know. If I'm going to display this, and I will because it's Orange Cassidy, he may be shirtless in my display. Look for Wave 3 next year, and hopefully availability is better than Wave 1, because I still haven't seen the full wave anywhere now that I think about it. NECA has been doing a 12 days of downloads where they just throw out big old checklist pictures of some of their major brands. And today, remember today's Thursday, today we got a look at the cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. But not just what we already have in the line, no, there's some sneak peeks of 2021 in there. Like the Punk Frogs. And yes, just like the Turtles, they are supposed to be reused between all four bodies. That's accurate. Then there's Ace Duck, kind of a deep cut because he played a character in a movie on TV on the show. Are you confused? Because I actually had to ask Veebs about that, and that's what he told me, because I don't remember Ace Duck from the cartoon. But at least I had heard of Ace Duck before. I don't even recognize Chrome Dome, but he's got a cool look to him, and you throw chrome on anything, and I'm looking at it. That's all cool, but what caught my eye are the Turtles in disguise. They have the standard pants, trench coats, fedoras, but if you look under those hats, you see new head sculpts that have been hinted at for a while. That's more accurate to how I picture the Turtles in my head from the cartoon. The picture shows Leo and Raph with closed smiles, while Donnie and Mikey get wide open mouths. I wonder if they're going to have some kind of swap gimmick like the quarter-inch Turtles are getting. Or maybe it's just swappable heads. Or maybe that's how it comes. Donnie and Mikey are forever. Now, being the cartoon line, unless things change in 2021, it will probably be Target exclusive, which is always, fun, good old time. And then getting into McFarlane Toys, somebody must have said Todd's name 3 times in a mirror or something because pictures just kept on coming. For the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia line, we got full solicitations for the Deco and Gamma suit. There may be some reuse on the body, which is appropriate, but the biggest differences are the shoes, the full sleeves, and then the redecoed face. Most of that is also true for Kirishima, except his whole body is rehashed. All they did was paint the arms black. But they did resculpt the head a bit to show more of his quirk, better eyebrows, and then I think the mouth is better too. And then finally, we get to see All For One in a more action-type pose than we originally saw him. Still seems a bit limited, but I guess there's only so much you can do with a big hunk and mutated arm hanging off your body. As for the face, I saw some people posting about how that looks odd, but this is his mask after All Might puts a fist through it, so it is accurate. I would have liked the option for an intact mask along with a swappable right arm so you can have a mostly normal look, but still, that is a lot of plastic in one package. I've only noticed the listings at GameStop where they are $25 a piece. Maybe other outlets will post them later for a cheaper price because you know GameStop prices. Midoriya and Kirishima are slated for March along with Ayazawa, and then All For One hits in April. GameStop also posted the pre-order for the McFarlane Toys Fortnite Plastic Patroller. I usually go for the monster tops when it comes to McFarlane's 7-inch line, but there's some nostalgia. It's an upscaled, articulated little green army man, and I love it. And the damn flat pads on the bottom of the feet, that's just genius. That comes with back bling, comes with a rifle, comes with a warning to the brat that you come on this battlefield, your ass is cooked. $30, again, is GameStop. The price seems a little bit jacked up. Maybe other retailers will have it for cheaper, and it should come out the 1st of February. And it doesn't stop there. Like the others so far, we knew the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, Injustice 2, Flash, and Gorilla Grodd were coming, but more pictures and info never hurt anybody. Unless you're somehow allergic to pictures on the internet. Or being told how much something costs causes you physical pain. Like you're a prize vampire and dollar signs are your cross. Something like that. Get back, evil one! Where was I? Flash. Bigger and buffer than I usually imagine the character, and the head does seem a little bit small, but I'm not familiar with the game, so this may be accurate. Maybe that's why I'm swerving off into vampires. Gorilla Grodd is interesting though. Again, I'm not used to seeing him with all kinds of front armor. Little secret. His weakness is his ass. Weakness. Nailed it. But it's still a nifty rendition. If you need a Gorilla Grodd on your shelf and you don't care that he's all dressed in gold, there you go. $20 a piece, set to drop in April. Oh, you want more DC? How about a red variant of the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse White Knight Batman? Okay, we saw this teased a while back, and we knew that it's from an alternate cover of White Knight where Batman's all basked in crimson hue, but I'm gonna let you in on a little Uncle Robo thought process. I'm usually scrolling my phone when I find a picture, and it takes a minute for my brain to catch up to my fingers, so usually the picture just goes on by. As I actually realized that it was a picture of a toy I hadn't seen before or something new, as I scroll back down or up, whichever way the direction it goes, I'm already in my head going, what did I just see? What will it be? It's this. Oh, yeah, cool. But then I get to it and I think, oh no, that's not quite what I imagined. So when I saw the new pretty promotional pics of this, it was just the color that stuck in my head, and I thought, is that a McFarlane Toys Catman? No, it's not. I'm gonna need a minute, okay? It hurts right here. But nothing against this. I totally understand, like we talk about a lot, this line blows through a lot of unique sculpts. There's no shame in making up some money with an easy repaint. And if you don't want it, you can pass on by, somebody else will. No pre-orders yet, but it's said to drop in March. Can we get a Thomas Blake in this line, please? And that is all from Todd. Okay, one more thing. Here is a nifty gold repainted Hellbat. Again, making back some cash on a mold, and it's striking. It really is. I know not everybody goes for these gold repaints, but it does have its audience, obviously. But here, I like how the red logo and lines help make it not look like a Gotham Park statue. No info on this, it's just a tease for things to come. Sticking with DC though, Storm Collectibles solicited their Injustice Gods Among Us Ares today. Back at Toy Fair, they did show off 2 armors. One was packed with crazy little details like skulls and spikes and bolts and chains, while the other was a bit cleaner with flat planes and curves. And that's the one Storm went with for this release. Now I'm not saying that they're not going to release the other figure, just that this one's first in line. It's still an intimidating look though. I like the metal sheen and colors to the armor, and then the blurred out face. You can see some details, but you can mostly see like a dull red glow coming from the eyes. On top of that, there are 3 alternate heads, with the face being 3 different flavors. He's also no slouch in the weapon department, being the God of War and all that. Big ol' ornate sword with a matching battle axe, and this picture right here, it's a bit misleading. When I first saw it, I thought, does he come with 4 of those damn things? That's awesome. But it doesn't. It's just the one sword. You have to buy 4 of these if you want to recreate this picture, or you can just, Still though, $95 doesn't seem like a bad price for what you get here. Ares is a bigger figure. That's just more bang for your buck, and it should come out Q2 of 2021. But if you're in the market for even more DC, Medicom posted pretty promotional pictures of their upcoming MAFEX Return of Superman. I hate it when the name of the character is in the title. Return of Superman. I didn't read DC Comics in the 90s, but anyone who stepped into a comic shop during that time knew about the death of Superman. Everyone. And I've already went on and on about how Medicom needs to get their house in order, start catching up on all their late releases, but it's hard not to look at the Superman and think, their comic book Batmans are damn good. Do I need Supermans to match that? Again, I'm not invested in this storyline at all, but there's something very time capsule-y about Superman with a mullet in a slick black costume with silver accents. I didn't even know he needed shiny boots with blasts to fly during that time, but see the things action figures teach you? It's such a simple design, but it's so 90s. And is this a gateway figure for Superboy or Eradicator or Cyborg Soups or... Damn it. We gonna get a steal in this line? I'm getting those toy sweats already just thinking about it. $85, and while they say October 2021, we all know better than that. Again, I hate that they keep soliciting product when they are almost 30 figures deep in late releases, but this just sings to me, especially when they dig back into the 90s, or into the Marvel movies. We did know that the MAFEX Avengers Endgame Final Battle Thor was coming, and like most recent Medicom solicitations, the God of Thunder completes the pair that went up for pre-order today. And I've been waiting for this one. I skipped the figure arts version for this one, and I'll more than likely be waiting 2 years for this one. But if it's as good as the MAFEX Infinity War Thor, then that's what I gotta do. The figure just captures that look and feel. I mean, look at this. With some mood lighting in a background, that's damn near perfect. The sculpt of the lightning on the torso discs seem to be pretty close to the Infinity War versions, but on top of that, you get 3 alternate heads with varying degrees of Thorness. You get a Stormbreaker and a Mjolnir, and then you get an alternate Stormbreaker and Mjolnir with a glowing blue paint job and lightning effects of their own. Woo! Somehow, though, this costs $77, which is cheaper than the Return of Superman. And it's also scheduled for that same October date. But yeah, release dates, Medicom, MAFEX. Finally, just when you thought the market couldn't sustain any more high-end import Iron Mans, ThreeZero moves in with their DLX Avengers Age of Ultron Mark 43. Why are they jumping back a few movies? Maybe it's because it's been a while since any of the import companies have made figures from that playground, or maybe they have. I don't keep up with all these crazy Iron Mans. Or maybe it's because they're planning to make this compatible with an upcoming Mark 44. That's right, I skipped all them appetizers, went straight for the meat and potatoes. Besides the array of hands and blasts beyond the attachable wrist rocket and moving flaps on the back, looking past the lickable, shiny paint job and the amazing articulation, they planned for this sucker to pop apart at the forearms and torso so that it can mount up inside a Hulkbuster armor that they have announced for 2021. They don't show any pictures of that feature or the Hulkbuster armor, so it's a bold statement to be just throwing out there willy-nilly, but it is ThreeZero. After messing around with the work of art that is the DLX Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, there's no doubt that I need to take Iron Man for a test drive. It's been a long time since I've splurged on a fancy Iron Man. It might as well be this one. 6.5 inches tall, a mix of plastic and die cast, 48 points of articulation, and I didn't even mention the LEDs in the eyes and chest. All for $90. That pretty much seals the deal for me. Scheduled to release third quarter 2021. And that's it for this week. So far, like I said, again, I'm recording this Thursday night. Something may happen on Friday, but we'll catch it next week. In the new year. Wow, that is next week. If you're interested in seeing any of these pictures up close without me all, Return of Superman. I'll be posting all that along with links to pre-orders, more information on the Foosh front page Saturday at noon. And speaking of Saturday, which is when this episode will post, I will be on a live stream on the Unparalleled Universe channel that afternoon. We usually do the live stream the last Friday of the month, but this Friday's Christmas. So 5 p.m. Eastern time, we'll get together, do some yakking about toys and whatever else comes up. He's going to do some giveaways. There may be some guests. It's just a big old Christmas special. Hopefully when I post this, I'll remember to put the link to Wade's channel right here. Future Robo, don't forget. All right. But if you enjoyed this weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus. If you're interested in seeing videos early or just in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on Foosh. I've got a squeak or something in the floor. I've stood right here more than a few times over the past several years. What is this, episode 188? So I've kind of worn it out, I guess. That's just one more thing to put back together.